Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. A round of applause. Yes, a round of applause because I'm so happy I'm finally getting around to start this YouTube channel finally. I've always wanted to do this, I've always wanted to have my space where I document my love for sewing, my love for fashion, and every other thing about my life. And I'm happy that I'm finally getting around to do this now. So once again, guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and my very first video on here. Welcome, guys. So my name is Kopo Worola and I'm a Lagos-based self-taught sewist. So let's just go with that introduction for now. I'm a Lagos-based self-taught sewist. So welcome everybody. Welcome to this channel. So in this video today, I will be making a waistcoat or a vest top, whichever one you want to call it, a waistcoat or a vest top, because at this point I've seen enough of the girlies on Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram and TikTok styling them, and they really look so good wearing them. And so it's about time I added it to my wardrobe. This is not a full in-depth tutorial of pattern making and all of that stuff, but just showing you the whole process of me making the top. So I'll be making two styles, basically. Just the difference is just going to be in the neckline, I'd say. So one is going to have a deep V neckline and another is going to have a deep U or a wider U neckline. So I'm working with those two options for now to see how well the pattern fits me and how well I like the pattern. So if it's the kind of content and this kind of things you like, make sure you subscribe, turn on your bell notification, like, and all of those good stuff. And then grab your projects, grab whatever it is you're working on, and let's continue with this video. See you in a bit.
First thing I did was to assemble my pattern. To do that, I folded the margin edge of the right side sheet, put glue on the margin edge of the left side sheet, and placed the right side sheet on it, making sure it stays nice and glued together. I find it easier and faster than trimming the margin, and even less messier since I don't have strips of fabric all around when I'm done. So I'll continue this process row by row, column by column, until I was done assembling. I just want to mention that I drafted the pattern tailored to my body measurements using a pattern making software. And once I was done assembling, I went ahead to cut out the pieces. After that, I used the pattern to cut out my fabric. For the sake of this video, I will be showing the process for one of the tops, but the same exact steps will be replicated for the other top. After cutting out the required pieces, the next thing was to start pinning together along the seam line so that I can start joining them up. Pinning just reduces confusion for me, especially in this kind of project where all the pieces look alike. And after that, I started sewing. So after joining up the seams and pressing them flat, the next is finishing the neckline with the lining. I also went ahead to iron on fusible interfacing along the placket area to stabilize it. So I pinned the main and lining pieces along the neckline with their right sides touching, and then I went ahead to sew them in place. I also understitched on the lining side so it stays inside. Then I pressed it nicely so that it is very flat and it does not come outside at all. Then I repeated this process for the front left side and the back side as well. Next, I went ahead to join the front pieces to the back pieces. the back piece rather, along the shoulder seam. I also finished the armhole and joined the side seam on both sides, but I forgot to record that process, and I am so pained. But yeah, I did that as well. So after all that, the top was already like taking shape, and the next thing was to close the bottom open part. So I turned it inside out, so the right side of the main and lining fabrics were touching, and I just pinned along the edge. I left a gap unpinned because that is how I would be able to turn it right side out later on. Then I sewed along the pin area from one end to the other, leaving out the gap. After sewing, I had to turn it right side out, so I reached my hand inside through the gap and pulled out the fabric. I used my scissors to push out the pointed edge. This part is very necessary for that signature waistcoat point detail in front. And after that, I gave the whole top a good press to relax all the seams. After this, I went on to work on the buttons. I marked out the buttonhole placement on the front right side, and for my buttons, I got these beautiful heart-shaped ones for this black top. I used my buttonhole foot to make the buttonholes, and this part was like the most stressful part of this project because sewing buttonholes is not one of my favorite things to do, but I managed to pull through. A great tip is to just be patient and go slow. After I was done sewing, I opened the buttonholes and I also sewed the buttons to the front left side of camera. After that, all that was left was to close up the gap at the bottom, and my options were to either unsewed area or use emming tape to close it up. I chose to use emming tape, and this was actually my first time using the emming tape. So what you just do is put the strip of the tape right on the seam allowance and apply heat using your iron, enough heat so that the fabric bonds together. And after that, my top was pretty much complete, and I was also done the second one at this point. And here are the finished tops. I'll be making a styling inspo video actually, so be on the lookout for that. Make sure you're following me on Instagram, on TikTok as well. All the links will be in the description. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this sewing process. See you next time. Bye.